everyone, this is Zach with Bugsy's Pest Solutions. I just wanted to show everyone out there what it is really like in the trenches here, dealing with Formosan and Asian termites in Florida. So this is a concrete block custom built construction home. I'm gonna turn around so you can just get a view to see what this mansion looks like. So basically this customer had this home built less than 10 months ago, and the builder, the custom home builder, actually paid another termite company to come out and do the pre-treat on the soil. Per Florida law, a home where they're erecting a structure, the soil that it will be built on, where the slab will be poured, must be treated for termites prior to them putting the slab down. Once that is done, the company is supposed to come back and do the final, which is basically you did the pad, you did the structure where the pad is sitting on, okay, where the slab is sitting on, and then now you need to do the outer perimeter, which is along this area or along the outside of the building. Now, what I'm going to show you here is absolutely insane, but it is the cold, hard truth of pre-treatments, especially here in Florida, where these pest control companies, they're just horribly undercutting each other. They're cutting their own grandmother's throats to get a job and make no money on it, to get in with these builders, and it just drives the market down. And then these guys don't come back and do what they're supposed to do per the law and just per integrity. Where has the integrity gone in this world where you don't go back and do what you're supposed to do, especially as a licensed contractor, a licensed tradesperson, whether it's general contracting or pest control? It doesn't matter. You need to do the right thing even when no one's looking. So this lady spent $6.5 million erecting this structure, and they came and they just sprayed before the soil before the slab was poured, and then they signed off on the termite certificate and then never came back to do the final. However, they did claim that they did the final, and now 9 months into her having this house, she is finding Formosan termites when people come to do work coming up through an outdoor and electrical outlet. And so this is no bueno. The chemicals, the products that are being used are so good that it is just highly unlikely. It would either have to be user error or the job wasn't done fully the way it should have been done per the law. And so who ends up having to deal with the brunt of this frustration? Because someone along the line of trying to make money that you hire and you trust, they are hiring a company to come in and do subpar work and not follow the law. And then when you contact that company, they tell you that they did everything. However, unfortunately, Formosan subterranean termites are not covered under your warranty. Please, please, please pee on me and then tell me it's raining, okay? But when you go on that company's website and you see that they have all kinds of advertisements for Formosan termites and how they know all about Formosan termites and they treat Formosan termites, but then they tell this lady who would be willing to pay, it's not even a problem, she just wants it done the right way. But you're gonna sit there and feed her a story and tell her, oh, it's gonna be okay. Well, this is how you end up in litigation. This is how the big companies usually do it. So it's crazy when you see a small company doing this here. It's absolutely absurd. And it happens to be a local company, you know? So it's unfortunate. And even when you do your research, you might not always find the best company out there, and you have the displeasure of going through a situation like this. Luckily, the builder does seem to be taking some accountability for this, so they may treat this in such a way where they will foot the bill for demoing and opening up walls and seeing the extent of the damage. So I'm going to take you over to the area where this is at, and just absolutely gorgeous house. I mean, this is beautiful. Custom home. Check this out. There's a cabana pool house over here. Just absolutely gorgeous this home is. So, how can we tell that the termites are coming due to not treating the exterior foundation? Okay, this is the part of the final. So inside this house right here, underneath, they treated that, but then this portion along the wall, no one ever came back to treat any of this. And you can see inside of here, right here, there's a Formosan swarmer, and there's another wing stuck to the wall, and there's 2 alates right there, and here's another alate right here. And in the bait that we put, you can see that there's a dead soldier, that little orange thing right there. And what we did was, this whole thing was packed with a mud tube. And so because we were able to be notified and locate the mud tube, we were able to place bait inside right on the mud tube and allow them to feed on it. It's more successful to bait the termites if you have the opportunity to do so. It is really one of the best options because you can get full colony control using their own biology of feeding through trophallaxis against themselves. They take the bait, they go and they feed it to one another, and before you know it, it spreads throughout the colony, and the chitin synthesis inhibitor will prevent them from, after molting, regrowing their exoskeleton, which is called chitin, which is like a hardened enamel that protects them. And because they won't be able to grow that back after growing in size and molting, like a crab or a spider, they become very susceptible to dying. So that's really one of the best ways to kill them, is by baiting them. However, in this situation, knowing that we got Formosan termites within 9 months of building this house wasn't treated with the proper respect for a $6.5 million mansion. So what we're proposing here, what we're offering, is to do the final, okay? But not only do the final as far as down drilling, so like drilling straight down through these tiles, okay, and pumping the termiticide along the outer foundation. We're not just proposing that, but also, given the fact that we can't trust this other company now, unfortunately, it's absurd to be a professional and not be able to be trustworthy. But besides the point, they found bugsies. So we will not only treat the vertical drilling, downward drilling under the perimeter foundation, but we'll also come in and do angle drilling. So we'll also angle the drill so that way we're going underneath the slab and getting the bug juice inside and outside. So now, if let's say, let me put this here so you can see, if this is the outside of the house and this is the inside under the slab, we would be drilling vertically this way and then at an angle to get underneath this way. And that way we're getting the termiticide on the inner portion of that foundational wall, and then on the outer portion as well. So when the termites come up, whether they come up from this side or they come up from that side and work their way up a wall, they're gonna hit the termiticide. Additionally, we're also going to be installing bait stations around this entire property, not just the perimeter, but also around different trees. As you can see, this place is loaded with foliage everywhere. And that's what termites do. They feed on cellulose, and trees are made out of cellulose. So if you have a dead tree somewhere or something that died and they cut the stump, but they never took a stump grinder to it and removed it, those roots are now just cellulosic material sitting in the soil, getting wet, attracting subterranean termites to the area where your home is located. So if we can use baits and we can use liquids to our advantage, we can make a home almost impenetrable to subterranean termites. Again, if it's done right, if it's monitored right, if it's inspected properly, and you do the right thing when no one's looking, you have nothing to worry about. But these situations only happen because people are not following the rules, and this is what makes us different here at Bugsy's Pest Solutions. These other companies, they care about collecting the paycheck more than they care about what they're there to do, which is provide service, provide knowledge, provide value, save people's homes that is their biggest investment from organisms that destroy those homes, and also protect the public health and safety, you know, mosquitoes, bees, wasps, all these things that can harm people. We manage this in real world ways that benefit the environment and benefit the people who live in the environment. So again, this is Zach with Bugsy's Pest Solutions. This is Formosan termites. And one more thing before I leave you, you can see right here how serious this is, but these are all termites that, as I'm doing this video, I'm walking back and forth and I'm seeing dead termites all over the place. Let's check this out. That's a soldier. That's a worker. So you can see how this one is more like maggoty looking, and you can see it's still alive, still moving. All right, and the soldiers have this orange head and mandibles, which are these like pincers right here that they use for chopping heads off. Let me see if we can get a good view of the head as well, and you can see the difference between Formosan termites and Asian termites, also known as Coptotermes gastroy or Coptotermes formosanus. They have this teardropped head. See if we can get a good glimpse of that. So you can see that the head is shaped like a teardrop. And if you see this white stuff that just came out of this termite, which is still alive, when I squished it, this white stuff, this is an acid that they use against predators like ants. So I've actually seen them use that, and it's very relatable to sharks with laser beams from Austin Powers, if you guys remember that video or remember that movie. So here we go. There's a swarmer. All right, so that's a future king or queen right here. And then this is the worker. That looks like a maggot. And these ones with the orange heads are all soldiers. And how do we know it's a Formosan colony? Those two things that are right off the bat for us are the teardropped shaped head. And also when you poke open a Formosan or an Asian colony, all the soldiers come running out to protect the colony, and it's unlike any other subterranean termite here that we deal with in the United States. Our native subterranean termite is the southeastern subterranean termite, also known as Reticulotermes flavipes. Okay, Reticulotermes flavipes. Say that 10 times fast. So these termites are also subterranean termites, and they're our native termite to America. However, they are not nearly as ferocious eaters or as aggressive as Formosan and Asian termites, which both come from Asia, and they came from Asia around the 60s or 70s through boats. So that's why here in Florida, where we're surrounded by ports, we have the worst termites here in Florida. So the other states that have that would be Louisiana, Texas, Alabama, Georgia. They're also starting to get Formosan termites now after they've been introduced 40, 50 years ago. So again, this is just us doing you guys a favor and showing you guys what to look for and what to be careful of, because not every company is going to be out there like us and want to do the right thing by you. So again, this is Zach with Bugsy's Pest Solutions. We're here to save the day. Give us a call, 561-654-8998. We're here to serve you, and we'll add value to all the lives that we touch. Give us a shot.